If you thought Drake's lawsuit meltdown was embarrassing, wait until you hear what just came out about his record deal. Fans were already roasting him for turning into rap's Cupcake Karen with all the court antics. But now, the truth about how little control he actually has over his own music is finally out. We're talking about the head of Universal Music Group himself exposing Drake's deal. The Cologne concert where Drake tried to clap back at the hate in the weirdest way possible, and why this all proves he may go down as one of hip-hop's biggest sellouts. Stay locked in, because once you see the receipts, you may never respect him the same again. Remember to hit that like button. And subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Let's start with Drake's latest show in Cologne, Germany. Instead of winning the crowd back, he doubled down on the clownery. During the performance, Drake wore yet another bedazzled jacket, his favorite arts and crafts weapon at this point. But this one had a cryptic message. You have no idea how furious the Canadians are, and without them, what friends do we have left? Fans were stunned. Was Drake seriously trying to rally Canada against American rappers? Against Kendrick Lamar? The irony? Just weeks earlier, 50,000 Canadians packed Rogers Centre and begged Kendrick for an encore of Not Like Us, the same song Drake has been crying about in his lawsuit. If Canada really is his last army, they're clearly siding with K. Instead of power moves, Drake came off as insecure, petty, and desperate to prove he still has control. But behind the scenes, control is the one thing he's actually losing fast. Here's where it gets nasty. After Drake filed his lawsuit accusing Kendrick's camp of collusion, Lucian Grange, the CEO of Universal Music Group, responded publicly. And he didn't hold back. Grange made it crystal clear. Drake doesn't own most of his catalog. Universal purchased the majority of his masters and publishing rights. The label has invested hundreds of millions into Drake, which sounds flashy, but really means they treat him like a long-term product, not a free agent with leverage. And most importantly, this was a rap beef. Universal didn't sabotage him for Kendrick, because financially, Drake is one of their biggest assets. Translation: Drake's lawsuit is nonsense. The company that practically owns his career would never tank him just to boost Kendrick, especially since Kendrick's deal is way more artist-friendly. And that's the dagger. Drake spent years flexing about a supposed $400 million mega deal, bragging a lot, but in reality, he signed away control. A deal closer to a 360 contract, where the label takes a cut of tours, merch, and side projects. That explains why Drake has been touring nonstop, even when he looks tired and uninspired. The label needs him on the road, because they eat off every ticket sold. This is where perception and reality collide. For years, Drake dissed other rappers for bad deals and even mocked Kendrick in push-ups for supposedly being trapped in label politics. But the truth? Drake's deal is actually worse. Kendrick owns all the music he dropped during this beef, GNX. Euphoria. Not Like Us. Every stream and every performance lines Kendrick's pockets. A Drake, meanwhile, may own as little as 5 to 10% of his catalog once you factor in Birdman, Wayne, and Universal. That means when Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, or even Certified Lover Boy makes money, it mostly benefits the machine, not Drake. Compare this to legends like Jay-Z, who bought back his masters, or Nas, who built long-term wealth through ownership. Drake's path looks more like Kanye in the early 2000s, when he signed away huge chunks of his work just to stay on top. Drake's been protected by the label for years, and that's why he felt untouchable. But once the mask slips and fans realize the truth, suddenly, he's not the boss he pretended to be, just another artist chewed up by the industry. This revelation isn't just about Drake, it's about credibility. Hip-hop has always celebrated independence, ownership, and authenticity. Kendrick is out here winning awards, owning his catalog, and selling out stadiums off music that he controls. Meanwhile, Drake is fighting in court, flexing fake power, and crying about Not Like Us. That contrast couldn't be more damaging. And for fans, this shifts the narrative. Drake isn't the calculated mastermind he sold himself as. He's a product of Universal Music Group, a rapper whose biggest hits may not even belong to him. So here's the bottom line. Drake's Cologne meltdown and his exposed record deal prove that he's not the mogul he pretends to be. He's not on Kendrick's level, not on Jay-Z's level, not even close. He's a cautionary tale, an artist who signed away ownership for short-term status, and now lashes out when the truth comes to light. But what do you think? Does this make Drake one of hip-hop's biggest sellouts? Or is he just another victim of the industry machine? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And as always, stay active.